Hey everyone, Pharaoh Silver here, and I want to take a little bit of time to rant about a growing issue with Atlas Earth that I'm finding problem with, and it's basically mini games. And I have talked and had a couple videos about mini games in the past, but I feel like this needs to be addressed now. Now, of all the Atlas Earth topics out there, mini games is by far the topic that people least want me to talk about. It's the one that gets the least amount of views, which is surprising to me because you would think that mini games are probably the most fun part of it, and it is the place where people have the most opportunity to earn Atlas bucks. But at the same time, too, I kind of understand why people don't want me to talk about mini games so much. It's because, especially recently, I feel like a lot of the fun, whatever fun had come into the mini games in the beginning, is no longer there. Like what I'm showing you all right now is me playing Racer, which is one of the mini games I'm actually good at, by the way, and simply just playing for like an hour, a little more than an hour, and then I kind of just stopped. I just didn't feel like playing anymore. I decided my wife needed food. I felt like I'd rather go to the grocery store, get food, and let us have dinner before getting any more, climbing up this leaderboard or whatnot. I just didn't care. I really didn't, and it's been something I've been feeling that way for the last couple weeks now. That I don't really care about mini games the way that I used to. I don't know if it's the droniness of it all, the constant repeat, the repetitiveness of it, or if there are certain issues that I feel like need to be addressed, and I want to address them on this video. And my solution to how I would fix Atlas Earth minigames, the structure of it, not just the games themselves, because they are working on that. They finished fishing. They're going to be working on Racer very soon, but actually, that is also another part of the problem right now that's been going on with minigames that I want to talk about. And this is just entirely my opinion. I'm sure a good number of you are going to hate me for this or, dislike what I say or disagree with me what I say, and that's fine. But I want to talk about what I feel like are issues with the minigames and ways that I would try to fix things. So, the first major issue that I've been having with minigames is, of course, the connection issues. And it's every minigame has had this problem. I feel like, to a point, Golf and Warship was immune from it, but I think the lag has gotten so bad now that it is starting to affect even Golf and Warship now. And Golf, especially, turning it into a game that's become basically unbearable to play. And I just have completely lost my care in wanting to play it. Now, I will say my solution is going to be based more on the structure of it. This is more of a technical issue. This is not a structural issue. It's something that if they had the time to go and fix it and find a better way to feed information to the system so that way they get a more accurate winner, that would be the better option, in my opinion. But this is not the issue, but I did want to just mention the connection issues. The second issue, too, is even though it's gotten better over the months, minigames have always been too long. And I guess 2 hours was fine when it's a timing game. And this is going to go kind of hand in hand with another problem I'm seeing. The newer versions of the games are way more complex than just a simple timing game. The fishing game is basically whack-a-mole. And it does require a lot more brain power than that of the regular just watch the cursor go around the circle and grab the fish. Racer is going to be changing into something very similar to an old game called Subway Surfers. And I'm sure a lot of you know that game was very popular. So knowing that, that's going to bring a lot more complexity to Racer that a simple drag race is not going to do. If that makes any sense to you, it's going to take a lot more. It's going to be a lot more on the brain to keep playing this game over and over and over again for 2 hours at a time. You're going to be most people are going to be tired like an hour in with these newer games. I know a lot of people hate the new fishing minigame, me sort of included on this because of how exhausting it is. It's very similar to Warship, how Warship required a lot more. You just can't have someone play repeatedly for 2 hours, time in, time out, and expect to continue to like a game. The third issue I have with it is that your place is no longer just dependent on your connection, which in itself is already a problem, but now also how long your ads are. I have had games where I finish, and you've seen it, I've actually podiumed because my ads were so short and I had instant ads right away. And then there are games where I struggle to even finish top 100 and actually make a valiant effort to try to finish top 100 because my ads are so long and I can't skip them. And yes, I know people have been telling me there's exploits around that stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to play it fairly. But just that my place can vary wildly based off of something that has nothing to do with the game itself also kind of just sucks the fun right out of it. So that leads to my solution. And so I want to talk about that solution that I have. How I think this is how I would fix the structure of Atlas Earth minigames. So first off, one of the issues is that those who have the most tries end up, of course, on average, getting the most wins. So I would try to limit that. I would limit you to 50 tries per event. And in Vintage Racer, as it will be called now, Vintage Racer, it will be 60 tries per event. And then after that, you can continue playing as long as you win. So you can continue to play as long as you win, and once you lose, your run is officially over. Now, you can kind of modify this and be like, once you lose 3 times after this certain point, you're done. But you make sure everyone has like a free 50, 60 games before you move into this area where you have to determine, who is the best player, basically. Because I'm very well aware that with only a 50, 60 try limit, you're going to have a bunch of players that will wind up at 59 or 60 wins. And then, that will have a huge tiebreaker issue. So you have this tiebreaker where you let them keep going on a streak and continue playing as long as they win. It's kind of a little bit more skill-based. And because you have a set limit, you no longer have to worry about how long an event is. And yes, the 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time frame, 7 to 9 p.m. on daylight savings, is nice for me because I live in the East Coast. However, if I lived back in my hometown of Las Vegas, I would have a job from 9 to 5, and I would not be able to partake in any of these minigame events. So to bring more of those people around, my third part of this proposal would be to increase the time frame of this event from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern, or whatever the UTC for it is right now, which I believe is like 10 p.m., maybe 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, UTC, I mean, to 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. UTC, to 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. ETC, or 6 to 11 p.m. Eastern. This would allow Pacific time players to play comfortably as well and have a little bit more wiggle room for other players. And I'm pretty sure with as many people that are playing now, they'll be able to find someone to match within that 5-hour period. I mean, they had no problems back in the day when we had 5-hour mini games, and we were able to match up back then with other players as well. And I can see them not having much of a problem with this as well. Yes, we had 5-hour mini games starting out. Believe it or not, we had like massively long mini games that I have no idea how I was able to keep my sanity. I assume the reason why was because they were all timing games. And as much as we all hated that they were timing games, let's be real, it was simple enough that you could play it for 4 or 5 hours at a time and not have to worry. Like I said, most players are probably only playing into the challenges anyway, and this way everyone gets a better chance to win without devoting so much time into the game, and it's pretty much limiting people to ensuring that they only play no more than 1 hour at a time unless they're very streaky or they get on a hot streak at the very end or something. Then maybe another 10, 15 minutes after. This especially works for more complex ones, in my opinion, because you guys are going to tire an hour in with these more complex games, like the new Racer, the new Fishing. I know I definitely do. And I know a lot of people have been talking about how tiring they tend to be as well. And I know a lot of people talk about that too with Warship as well. So same thing. But that is my opinion on this issue. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comments section what you would do to change Atlas Earth minigames. Yeah, this is just a very short rant talking about my feelings about Atlas Earth minigames. And yeah, Wednesday will be the progress report. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why too. I want to talk about it in advance because the progress report, I'm going to lower my goals a little bit because I'm not playing mini games as much, especially this month. This month in April, I'm going to have pretty low goals, which is why like my yearly goal is like 5,000 parcels because I doubt I'll even get 100 coming up in the next for February or April. And part of that is because of the way that I'm feeling with these mini games lately. But you let me know what you think, all right? This is Pharaoh Silver, signing out. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.